Good evening and welcome to AJ's Robins Away Days, coming live from you from East Thurrock United. Carshalton Athletic are hoping to build on the 2 wins on the bounce to cement third place after a late equaliser from Merson drew 2-2 with Hornchurch, which meant we went third after the 5-1 win over Potters Bar on Saturday. So hopefully we can carry on the win today. This is going to be a tough place to come to though. We haven't been here for a few years because East Thurrock United have been playing their trade in the National South. And they got relegated last season. So this is the first meeting here between the teams for a few seasons. Back in balmy August, on a balmy Monday night in August, East Thurrock United visited Carshalton Athletic and went away with a 2-1 victory. Scorers for them on that night was Clark and Gilby, and Robin's score was Omar Karoma in the 83rd minute. So that was our first defeat of the season. No, it was our second because we lost to Potters Bar. I'll get it right. So today we're hoping to avenge that a little bit. But yeah, as far as team news goes, I think Shani Samuels is starting, and Omar and Patterson and Arnold's are on the bench. I'll be a bit more detailed on that later on. But yeah, I'm here. It's a nice, wet, cold night in Essex. But these are things you do for the football club you love. So for now, I will leave it with you, and I will be back at half time for our latest half-time roundup. So until then, see you later. So here we are at half-time. It's East Thurrock United 2, Carshalton Athletic 0. What can I say? We have not been in this, not given the keeper anything to worry about. He's not to save anything. He's probably getting cold out there. And we've been pretty awful, to be honest with you. I mean, their first shot on the 22nd minute, lobbed in from Nasha, was a great shot actually. I mean, it was come out of nowhere. It was the first shot on goal for both teams on the 22nd minute, which put them 1-0 up. And then about 12 minutes later, we tended to shoot ourselves in the foot. Gave away a penalty, found in the box, but no doubt about it, even though someone says apparently the player that did the foul was being fouled himself. But anyway, the referee didn't see it that way, awarded the penalty to East Thurrock, upset Dunham Foxy to fire it in the top corner to make it 2-0. What can I say? It seems to be Tuesday nights on grass, we seem to struggle a little bit, so very disappointing. We've not even had a single shot off target, let alone on target. So hopefully we can improve this in the second half, but we've got quite a job to do at the moment, so we'll see how it goes. Alright, catch you later. Good evening and welcome to AJ's Robins Away Days. I'm redoing my last pod vlog from last night because it didn't come out very well. I did it at the ground during all the rain and the wind, and you couldn't hear what I was saying, which probably isn't a bad thing, but you know, it's hard to sort of deal with. So yeah, I'm doing it. I was doing this and add it on later. So where I left you yesterday, we was 2-0 down at half time. Nasha scored a crafty lob on the 22nd minute, and Danny Dudley gave away a penalty, which some say was really soft, but it was scored on the 35th minute from Darren Foxley, which made it 2-0 at half time. As far as the second half goes, it didn't get any worse for Carshalton. The only thing that got worse was the weather, because the rain started absolutely chucking it down, sideways raining and everything. If the Robbies weren't up for it in the first half, God knows what they were like being 2-0 down in those conditions. So yeah, but East Thurrock United started the second half quite strongly. Made the keeper pull out a couple more saves, so it could have been a bit worse for us. But as the second half progressed, we did get better, and near the end we did. Jordan Cheadle had a free kick just go over. The the Rocks goalkeeper pulled out a really good save at the feet of Ricky Caboa, who was managed to find himself some space and got through, and 1-on-1, but keeper come out and smothered him. So that was a good bit of goalkeeping. And then there was a really good save a bit later on as well when header came over from a cross, and somehow he managed to get his claw it away from behind the line. Some of us thought he'd actually crossed the line, but the the linesman said no, so it stayed 2-0. But yeah, that's it. It stayed 2-0. So luckily it didn't get any worse for Robins. But the result was disappointing performance. The boys really didn't start playing till it was really too late. But we didn't suffer too badly as far as the league table goes. We dropped down to 4th after Hornchurch got a very late equaliser against Margate to put them level on points with us, but with a far superior goal difference. And so we still sort of joint third. Hornchurch and another team has got 55 points, so all to play for still. Thurrock, I was reading the reports earlier saying they were sort of a scratch squad last night, so credit to them. They did very well with the team they had. Their players had gone back, who was on loan had gone back to their parent clubs, and a couple of injuries later on as well. So they only had 2 subs on the bench in the end, but I mean they pulled together as a team and they beat us, deserved it. As far as the league table is concerned, like I say, we are sort of dropped down to 4th. East Thurrock went up to two places to 8th, so just heading towards the playoffs, but just outside them as it stands at the moment. So they looked a bit fit as well. They had two games postponed in a row. They were supposed to have been away to Cheshunt on Saturday, which got called off because of Storm Dennis, and the week before, the remainder of the previous storm called off their match against Enfield, so they were a bit fresher than us. We just probably spent all our efforts in the 5-1 victory over Potter's Bar. But that's the way it finished. It was a bad night for the Robs, but it's time to put it out the heads now. We've got Margate coming up away on Saturday, so that's going to be an equally tough game. Hopefully we can just quickly recover and go up there and get a good result. I mean, we have been there already this season, and we lost 5-1, but that was like in a League Cup game, so they didn't really care about that one. So it was a very young team in that one. But it'll be a stronger team on Saturday, and of course they've got a 3G pitch now, so it actually suits the Robins down to the ground. But so that's it. Just going to close this off now after a disappointing evening in Essex. But could the boys do it on a wet and windy Tuesday night in Essex? Clearly not this time. But that's in the past now. That's behind us. We now move on to Saturday. So I will be back on Saturday to do another one of these vlogs. Hopefully weather will be better and I can do it outside. That's it for now. This is AJ wrapping it up, and I will see you Saturday. So until then, arrivederci.